Here's something that's going to mess with your head a little bit. If I asked you right now whether lavender is masculine or feminine, you'd probably say feminine, right? You know, it's soft, floral, and you're probably thinking about purple fields in France or that one lotion your grandmother always had. And for patchouli, you would say earthy, maybe hippie vibes. Yeah, so in the actual perfume industry, it's literally the opposite. Lavender is considered masculine. It's in your shaving foam. And also, it's that barbershop smell. As for patchouli, it is completely gender neutral. It's probably in whatever cologne you have on right now, and you don't even know it. And that's kind of the whole problem with how we talk about these two oils. We think we know them, but we really don't. So here's the real breakdown. Patchouli has a massive reputation problem, and I get it. I used to think I hated it too, until I realized I was smelling bad patchouli. Something that nobody tells you is that fresh patchouli, straight from the bottle, can be sharp, kind of aggressive. Some people literally describe it as body odor. But aged patchouli, like 6 or 7 years old, transforms into something almost chocolatey. It's one of the only essential oils that gets better with time, instead of going bad. People actually collect old patchouli like fine wine. Another thing to note is that if you think you hate patchouli, you're probably still wearing it without your knowledge, because it's a base note in like most of the modern perfumes on the market. Chanel has it, Dior has it, and you see, cologne you got a compliment on probably has it. It just hides really well. Moving on to lavender, everyone thinks lavender is just vibes. But there's actual scenario here. The main compound of lavender is linalool, and when you inhale it, it literally crosses your blood-brain barrier and lowers your cortisol. Psychiatrists in Australia actually prescribe lavender capsules for anxiety. Note that this isn't just people making stories up, saying lavender works. Doctors are actually writing prescriptions for this stuff. As a matter of fact, they did a clinical study comparing lavender and patchouli for anxiety. Both of these essential oils worked, but lavender worked faster. So if you need something to hit quickly, go for lavender. And if you want something more grounding that builds over time, go for patchouli. The plot twist is that they're both in the mint family. Most people just don't have any idea about that. Now, here are a few safety precautions when handling these essential oils that nobody seems to talk about. First, lavender oil applied topically to young boys has been linked to breast tissue growth. It's documented in medical journals that the oil has a mild hormone effect. However, this doesn't mean you can never use it. Just maybe don't slather it undiluted on kids every day. Also, about 14% of people develop skin reactions to undiluted lavender. So make sure you always dilute it with a carrier oil and do a patch test. When it comes to patchouli, it might affect blood clotting. So if you're on blood thinners, heads up. Another precaution is that neither oil should be ingested because essential oils are not the same as dried herbs. A few drops of the oils equal many cups of tea, and your body can't handle that. Where this story gets interesting is that when these two oils are used together, they are the perfect partners. Lavender is a middle note, hits right away, and bridges everything. Patchouli is a base note, anchors everything, and makes it last. Blend them, and you get grounding plus calming, without either one being too much. The ratio that works is 3 parts lavender to 1 part patchouli. If you go heavier on patchouli, it'll bully the lavender right out of the room. Remember, lavender fades faster over time, so if you're making products, bump up the lavender because patchouli sticks around. At this point, I can conclude that lavender is your fast-acting, everyday essential for sleep, skin, and immediate calm. On the other hand, patchouli is the depth, the anchor, the thing that makes everything else work better. And most people need both. And if you've written off patchouli because of the hippie thing or one bad experience, give it another shot. Find an aged one, dilute it properly, and let it sit on your skin for a few minutes. You might end up getting surprised.